Alright, so today I'm off to do a little paddling. It's about 80 degrees out today, so really warm, and gonna just do probably about an hour's worth of paddling at Alum Creek Lake, as always, 90% of the time, and just gonna hit a little cove that kind of is protected. It's the wind is kind of gusty today, so I'm guessing the main lake is pretty choppy. Water temperature is still around 45, 46 degrees, so pretty cold. Still obviously danger in that type of environment, so warm air temps shouldn't be a problem, and just obviously stay upright, but again, staying in the cove, the water should be calm. So gonna hit the Cheshire boat ramp, launch from there, and then paddle back into the cove. You actually go through a tunnel under the road, which is pretty cool. So water level is finally up enough that you don't have to walk through the tunnel. You should be able to paddle through it. I'm hopeful. So we'll get out there and see what it's like. Early spring paddling. So. We're off. I don't know if I caught it on video there, but a couple kayakers just went by me. As you can see, it's a little windy, a little choppy right here near the boat ramp. Way more choppy out there on the open lake. And some waves here. Maybe 12 inches maybe. Foot high waves. But yeah, two kayakers just went by me, one with a life jacket, one without. I'm getting sprayed right now with water, and it's cold. Not a good choice on that girl's part, especially as they were headed more out into the open water. So hopefully they stay close to shore. We'll paddle here for a few minutes, and then we'll get back in the calmer cove in just a few minutes. Back in this cove here. Good little spot. Good, how are you? Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? Can't wait till the water gets warmer though. Won't last long if you tip over in this, that's for sure.
don't know if you can see there on the hillside, the mountain biker. That is phase 2 of the mountain bike trail, which I've got some video of on bike and on foot, I think, at this point. Certainly on part of it on foot there last weekend. So that is, it kind of does a loop around this particular inlet. So all the same space, lots of outdoor options, all in the same area. So at this point I'm about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way back into this cove. I started off, did a loop on the south end of it. Now I'm heading north, doing a couple of the inlets. I like to just kind of go in and out the inlets just to add some mileage, since this isn't that big of a open water space. But I don't know, 9.5 mile and 3/4 in here, so making decent pace, just not quite in paddling shape yet. So tried to get some footage of the turtles. This cove, well, both the coves that I paddle a lot, well, 2 of the coves I paddle a lot, there's a lot of coves, have tons of turtles when it's sunny out. They get out and sun themselves on all these stumps and down trees that are kind of in the shallows of the water. Boy, that's the 5th dead fish I've seen. But I probably have seen, gosh, at least 50 turtles today, and that's not a lot. One day I was out here last year, I counted, I would think I was over 125 and just kind of stopped counting. But it's good habitat, obviously, for them. And like cool things, like I think I got a picture, hopefully back there, of, and yet another dead fish. This is bizarre. Anyway, they stack on top of each other, so it's pretty wild. And one day I saw 5 turtles, one on top of the other, and it kind of went sort of biggest to smallest, although there was one a little bigger than the one underneath it towards the bottom, but then the little ones were kind of on the top of that. But really cool. And today they're not super skittish. Probably haven't been bothered by a lot of kayakers, although I've seen, I think, 8 kayakers so far since I've been out here, which is a good thing. Here's the turtle checking me out. Oh, jumped in the water. But sometimes you get within, I don't know, 10, 20 feet of them. They jump off the logs and swim, but then they peek their heads up at you out of the water and kind of say hello. But gosh, am I coming up on another dead fish? Maybe not, maybe that's just a stick. Yeah, it's a leaf. But anyway, really cool to see those. I try to get some pictures of them, but kind of once I've got a few pictures, they're all the same after you've seen them hundreds of times. But pretty cool thing. But I'm just now about into the back of the cove. We'll see how high the water is. The water's come up probably 4 feet this week. So I think they've obviously closed the dam and they're not letting much water flow out. I noticed that. I drive at the bottom of the dam, I drive across the outflow a lot. And the water's really shallow the last couple days. But they're kind of letting the lake fill up. And we did have a lot of rain last week. I think we're supposed to get some more rain and it's supposed to get cold again this week. So we'll see. But it's spring, it's time. Time to get some more paddling, and there's a dead fish, a little one. Get some paddling, some hiking, some camping, some stand-up paddle boards. Once the water's too cold, it's 45 degrees, I think I said that earlier. So too cold for stand-up paddle boards, although I had that video earlier, over a month ago, one warm day, and there are teenagers out on a paddleboard with no life jackets, no leashes. So Anyway, well, I'm into the back here, so I'm gonna have to turn this big boat around in this narrow little cove.